Good evening, everybody. This is Velenie again from Narara Consulting, and we have...
Hi, Velenie, Chris from Breadfruit Consulting. Good evening, everyone, and happy belated Easter.
Happy belated Easter, everyone. So today is another session of Ask the Coach, and we are brought to you live through Espresso. This is probably the fifth session of Ask the Coach, Chris?
Something like that, yeah.
Yes.
5 or 6, yeah.
Sixth session. So in the past session, we've had discussions on developing a positive mindset, maintaining that positive mindset, and then we touched on emotions and
how to use them. Remember, we did the whole thing about negotiating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So today is going to be another interesting topic, and we will be talking about change.
We are.
Yes. So just for your information, again, for those who are just tuning in and following the page, and this is Ask the Coach live session. And Ask the Coach is a section in the Espresso magazine that features a business and a communication between a business and a coach, right? So it's basically what we're doing today. We're sitting and talking over topics that are related to businesses and related to life, and so we're doing that again today.
We are.
Thank you, Chris. So change. What do you think of change? Change is it's uncomfortable, right? It's an uncomfortable thing to talk about too. So,
well, it's very interesting, isn't it? I mean, since we last met and since we last spoke, we've obviously had a national holiday, but we've also had announcements of quite major change in terms of the borders will open.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's exciting. Huh?
It is exciting, and it's quite scary.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the key things about change, is that for a lot of people, change is exciting. People say, come on, bring it on. What's going to happen? I'm really looking forward to it. For other people, they say, oh no, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm worried. I don't know whether I've got enough money. I'm worried about what's going to happen to the kids. And I think both of those reactions are natural.
Exactly. So change is something that is being triggered by a situation, right? And we could have all different reactions towards change. Some of us could react positively. Some could react very negatively towards change, right?
Absolutely. And if we want evidence, we just go on social media and we could just see a range of reactions. Yeah? And I don't think it's about blaming anybody. Yeah? It's about people react differently. And do you remember when we talked about the positive mindset? We talked about the glass half full and half empty, yeah?
Yes. That's a very good example of how people have their perspective to situations and how it causes these changes, right?
And it is about perspective. Huh? It is about perspective, but I mean, if over the last couple of years, say, since COVID came, people have been struggling, they're going to find it quite difficult to be excited about change in a way. Yeah?
Yeah.
You can understand that, can't you? So we're going to actually need to help people. But then other people are just ready.
Right, right.
And I don't think it's about making one right and one wrong. We talked a lot, didn't we, about a positive mindset, yeah?
Definitely.
And people who have a negative mindset, they're not wrong people. I think part of our role as coaches is to help them. Yeah?
Yes.
I mean, no team is ever going to win a competition. No individual is ever going to win a race if they don't believe they can do it. And that's really what we're talking about, isn't it? Yeah. It's about that belief. But most people need someone to help them get that belief.
Definitely. So it's like we're talking about change, right? And it's something that we see when we coach business people, right? So I'd like to describe it as I'd like to put it out as it is, right? We have people who are, when COVID came, when it didn't come yet, when it was still around there, and Vanuatu was still COVID-free, we were already affected, and that was 2020, right?
Yeah.
It was already in 2020, and we see a lot of changes in how people react. Some business people, they use that opportunity to come out and get support from coaches, and that's what we have been doing in the last couple of months, since 2020 down to now that's gone. So it's very interesting to see that the activity of people, how they are adapting themselves to the changes. Huh? So some of these people that have actually come forward to get support in terms of coaching and training on how to run their business, how to just have a positive mindset towards the business that they're already running. So it's quite interesting to see some people are really using that situation to, even if business is not running as it was before COVID came, they still use that opportunity to have a positive thing going on, a positive mindset, and still getting on with just having that positive mindset.
So the interesting thing, isn't it, is some people have taken that opportunity, yeah? And at VLab, for example, we see people, don't we? They come and talk, and others haven't. So what's the difference? And I think last time we talked, I introduced this word about being proactive. Remember that? And for me, there's reacting.
Yeah.
Which is living my life reacting to things that happen to me. So I know, for example, I live here, we have cyclones. Now I could ignore cyclones and just react when they happen. Or I know we have cyclones, so I make sure that my house is strong, yeah? I make sure that I'm prepared. Now that's proactive, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue, isn't it? I'm sick of hearing this term, the new normal. We don't know what that's going to be, but what we do know is that life will be different. We do know that, yeah?
Definitely.
Don't we? We've seen it all over the world. I mean, this is the first time the world's been affected in this way. And I think we have a choice. I think that we have a choice to wait and be reactive. Or we have a choice to say, well, what can I do? And if you look around four-wheeler, I think we've got examples of businesses who have taken that proactive approach.
Exactly.
Haven't they? Yeah,
yes,
I'm sure you know some.
Yes. It's obvious in the tourism sector.
Yep.
Everything is now the things that locals can't have access to before. Now you could, you go to hotels, you get rooms, you can go to restaurants and have dinner with your family. So it's about getting down to the situation and just using that situation you're into. It's I don't know how to say it in English, but it's
Same Islam.
We're adapting.
We are.
It's part of adapting.
We are. And we may not be adapting to something that was our choice in the first place. It's like, if I go to a doctor and get diagnosed with something wrong with me, it's not my choice. But I do have a choice how I react to that.
Exactly.
Yeah? So as a coach, how can we be advising people right now? We know the borders are going to open. What can we be saying to people? This is what you could be doing.
Well, from my perspective, I would say that you as a business, that's from my perspective, because I'm more to do on the financial side of things. I would think that I would advise that you get your books in order.
Great. Yeah.
If you don't have a sort of bookkeeping system in place, it's about time you have that in order, because when the border opens, there's a lot more to be prepared for the border to be open.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this from my side, right? We see businesses that, you know, they want to open for business, but the books are not in order. So that's also something that we need more business-like minded people to be oriented into getting their books in order as well.
Fantastic. And the reality, isn't it, is once the borders are open and people get busy, they're not going to have time to do it.
Exactly.
So the reality is now they do have time to do it, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
So thinking about their finances right now is a really good tip, yeah? What else should they be doing?
Well, getting support for coaching,
Absolutely.
you know?
Yeah.
Because it's
Going to the Chamber of Commerce, going to VLAB, going to people like us, yeah?
yeah.
You know? I mean, we all need other people, don't we?
Definitely. I saw you. I saw that DBRC putting up your poster for business coaching. That was really nice.
Right.
The Breadfruit Consulting. That was really good.
Well, I think the reality is, isn't it, that a lot of people have struggled and are struggling. Yeah? And we can't we can't stop them struggling, but we can do our best to support them and help them. Yeah? And I would be saying to people, look at the physical side of your business. Take the opportunity to make sure your building is in a reasonable condition. Get someone to have a look at your social media page, your Facebook page. You know much more about that than I do. Have a look at your...
Next Vanuatu Limited.
Absolutely. Have a look at your website. If you've got brochures or anything, check them. Are they out of date? Have you crossed out your phone number and written another one in? Take the opportunity now to get them replaced, because once you get busy, you're not going to do it. Yeah? And maybe get around and go and talk to your neighbours. Maybe go and talk to your competition in a way that you've never done before.
One thing I see, but people are reluctant to come out and ask for things. That's something that it is something that you have to get out of your comfort zone. We've talked about comfort zones.
We have.
And it's something like you have to get out of that comfort zone and take courage to do some changes, right? I just did a big change. I just did a big decision I think it's the biggest decision of my life.
For goodness sake, come on then, tell me.
It's really, after 14 years, I finally decided to quit my white-collar job. And people will say that some people will say, "Are you crazy? It's a pandemic. How are you getting out of your job in a pandemic? Who does that?" I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I've been thinking about it for a very long time, and that's the change that I'm currently doing in a crisis like this.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yes, I am very excited. If it was me back, say, 5 years ago, I wouldn't be this excited to get out of a white-collar job. And it's uncomfortable. Not really uncomfortable, but it's a comfort zone that I'm out of that comfort zone. I'm trying to get out.
Absolutely, and I think it's great to use the word uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because it is uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Yeah? I mean, your routine is different now, yeah? It will be once you don't go there at the same time every morning and do all those sorts of things.
Yes, it used to be really scary when I thought of it, because when I thought of resigning and I thought of the routine, the changes that I will be getting adapted to, it used to be very scary for me, but I thought of it thoroughly. I keep thinking of it, and it made me think that if I don't do it now, I will never do it.
Absolutely.
So it's a way of me.
Well done.
Thank you.
And that, I mean, share that experience with other people, because that's exactly what all small businesses around Vanuatu are going to be facing. Yeah? Yeah. All the handicraft businesses that we're used to, the cruise ships coming in and the tourists just walking along and buying what they made. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for a long while. Yeah?
Yeah.
So they're going to find another way. And maybe we do more of this next time we talk, yes? But I think change is not an easy process, is it?
It's not.
The easy process is sitting on our bottom doing nothing. But we're never going to win the race if we do that.
So my comfort zone would be getting back into another job.
Yep. And I think that might well be a challenge for you.
Definitely,
but you create your own.
Create my own, yeah.
Rather than join somebody else's. But well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, I think it's interesting that you're talking about this mixture of excitement and fear. And I think that that's what change is all about, really, yeah? And I think as coaches, we will be wrong to focus just on one or the other, yeah? I think at the moment, lots of people are quite frightened. But I also think there's some excitement around, yeah? And you see the cartoon on the front page of the newspaper today, showing what the first flight on the 1st of July is going to be like. Now, it may not be anything like that, but there's a level of excitement. And yes, there's a level of anger as well, and there's a level of fear, and some people are very upset by the way by decisions that have to be made. But that's really part of the process, isn't it? If we were part of a sports team, sometimes we might not get picked to play in a match, and we'd be really upset. But the reality is we get over that because we're still part of the team, and we're all part of Team Vanuatu. Exactly. And Vanuatu has now got the opportunity to open up and really tell people, we've got some fantastic small businesses, and it's cool to be part of helping that, isn't it?
Definitely.
Keep going, we haven't.
Thank you, Chris. So it's been lovely talking about change, and it's something talking about it and something acting out the change. So it's.
And wouldn't it be nice if we could hear from people? Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
It'd really be good if we could hear people's experiences of change.
Right. So maybe it's time we give this to an entrepreneur to talk about what changes, right?
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
And we'll be doing this again in a week's time, is that right?
Yes, Tuesday.
Next week.
Sorry, not Tuesday, Thursday next week.
Yes.
We're coming out live Thursday next week at 4:00 in the afternoon.
But now we're going to hear from someone who's going to talk about change in his own life, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
Hello everyone, so I'm Sonia, I'm a new face here. I am here to be interviewing our guest here, Joe. He is from the #1 security service, is that correct? And he also does business and coaching training as well. So first, Joe, please tell us who you are.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Sonia. My name is Joel David, and I'm the owner of #1 security service. But first of all, to create this company, I work in many tourism industry company in Povila for several years, and then finally very lucky to go to Australia, and I train in some of the professional security exercise in Australia. Then while this training is going on, I had very good, I learned a lot about some of the most important unwelcome issues, such as precanenda, stealing, and then, so at the time I had I dreamed about one day if I come back to Vanuatu, I will start a business or something that my vision will be Vanuatu will be safe in the future. So therefore, finally, when I come back to Vanuatu, I start a security company called #1 Security Service.
Okay, so you have to tell us, when did you start? How is it?
Oh, right. This year is almost 22 years, 22 years from now. But I started, it's not very easy. As same as every company, I start with only one staff. One staff. And then to recruit staff also is not very easy because I have to find somebody that I trust, and then I have to interview, and then etc. And then finally I start with one staff. And then so on, I recruit more staff, and then they have to work in the security company, which is very good, but otherwise it's not very easy to start.
Not very.
Yeah, but need to have some confidence or courage
Right.
to start a business like a security company.
Could you tell us more about how it was like working with family at the beginning?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sonia. In the beginning, as I said, it's very hard to start with to recruit staff. That's why I had to recruit only the family members and friends that I knew.
Was it mostly because of trust?
Yeah, mostly because of trust. To trust that the person will work well because they are not so very certified. Like you have only to tell them, instruct them about what to do, and because they honor you as your family or friend, so they keep the job going well. So that's where I come on.
Okay, and how is your business doing now?
Oh, my business is doing very well because I focus more on to safeguard the local community in Vanuatu, particularly in Povila, including the small enterprises and some of the very valuable customers in Povila. And I have so great staff at the moment, and they had good training. And then, same as every business in Povila, sometimes it's very challenging. One of the common one is when we come across, everyone come to this situation about COVID-19. Yeah, it's very hard. Why? Because some staff, first of all, some staff are living for RSC workers or SWP programs, seasonal work. So it's very hard sometimes to maintain the number of staff. There is one. Another one is like COVID-19 is very hard to find some new customers. So we have to maintain our customers, and then we must train some new staff to replace those who are going abroad for seasonal work.
Okay, so you heard about, of course, the grand opening, right, in July. What are you doing for your business in terms of like getting ready to go back into the market again? Or did COVID-19 really affect you in any way? Or are you preparing anything more for the visitors coming in? I know the RSC are coming in. I know more expats are coming in. Do you have any plans set?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sonia. Like every businesses, we are complaining about the skillful staff that are leaving the business and going abroad. But for myself, in a positive way, is that we are looking forward maybe to create a new skillful staff. because the past issue is that many people know that there is a rate of unemployment in Vanuatu. So in this case, I don't think that complaining about losing the staff is not an issue. But we can create a new skillful staff. I say this because when I started the business, I had a girl in my company at the time she was 13 years, and she worked in my office like a cleaner, and then at the moment she is a manager of my business, so she see the change. So that's why I trust myself a lot that we can create some new stuff. Maybe, for example, another example is that some institution that giving the professional learning, maybe with a short term or period, and then like at the moment I am the business trainer and coaching. So we can provide to the student some soft skill training. So when the student come out from the institution, the employer might be certainly very happy about the student because he or she come out with two skills. The hard skills that he or she learn in school and the soft skill that we can provide to the student or to the learners. So in this way, I think we can produce very quickly the skillful staff or employee that can replace this staff.
Right.
While the other one they are going out for seasonal workers or something like that. So I think in this way we will slowly cut down the number of unemployed. And people will say is not we will sort of the Vanuatu people in Vanuatu. I am certainly say maybe no because there is a lot of youth empowerment in our community. So we can use those people for the short training, and we provide them training and coaching. Some of these youth, maybe they are young or middle-aged or old, maybe they are unemployed because of the lack of education. So I think what we should do is maybe provide to them adult literacy so that in 2 years' time we have maybe 400 people ready. Maybe 200 of them will go for RSC workers, RSC senior program. And maybe 200 of them, they can work in some of the industry in Vanuatu company.
So I can see you're definitely taking the half-full approach, that's correct?
Yeah.
You are very focused on staff and you are not really worried about whoever is leaving. You are very confident in your abilities to change and to improve skills for people, right? So how did you get to this point? Because you said you went to Australia for security. How are you now a business coach doing encouraging different businesses and people? Can you tell me about that journey?
Thank you very much. For the beginning, I had the confidence when I go abroad and come back. But to start a business is not very easy in the beginning because some of our colleagues or families or friends, when they hear about me creating a new business, and for internal trade, they just come to me saying, no, Joel, maybe I think you cannot able to do this. Or maybe if you wait a little while. Yeah. But I have this courage to start. I have the confidence to start. I just start a small step. And then after small step, I'm not stop, but I keep moving forward. So in this way, at the moment I am in this level. So I encourage more even of the people to take a small step in business. Don't worry about family threat, people saying that you are too young or you cannot do this or that. If you had a existing business, maybe it's time to think creatively. Eh? To think creatively, maybe you should be one of the proactive person. Don't wait for somebody to tell you what to do, but have a vision of doing something, and then start a small step. So if you face any small challenge, this is a step to move forward. The challenge should always come.
Always embrace challenges.
Yeah, of course. And those who are in middle age, maybe they say, "Oh, I need job for a long time. I am middle age now. I cannot do this. Or I am too old." But I encourage people not to say that, but look positively and start to think, "Yes, I can do it. I can do it," and do small steps, and you can do it.
Would you say it was difficult transitioning from, for example, a security company owner to more specifically a business and coaching person?
Thank you very much. Because when I start a security company and since 3 years now, I am a business trainer and coaching. Why? Because while I'm doing this, I understand that many people, they have a very good opportunity to start somewhere, somehow, something. So that's why I end up in doing training in business and coaching to help other people, to tell them my story that I start somehow somewhere here, and now I am here. So if I do this, then you can do it. So I just like encouraging them. Yes. That if you are male or female, young or old or middle age, you can do it.
So most of what you do for businesses is showing them what's possible.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially for individuals. Right?
Yes. Because many people will say there is no more opportunity in business. I say yes, there is. For example, some people will say, no, there is no more tour operator business I can do in Vanuatu. Maybe it's good to have these challenges of COVID-19 and you can do something out of it to be in a business. Maybe for example, a young person would say, I want to make to create a new business. Will be the tour operator. So I can show the tourists that even in lockdown or something, this is how we catch fish in a local way. Maybe we take this reef under the net, we squeeze together and we put it under the reef and we kill all this amount of fish, something like that. So out of COVID-19, many people will see positive in this, negative in business. But my recommendation is look the opportunity in a positive way. So that means you can do it. Yes.
Is there anything you would have done differently starting off? Now that you're very established here right now, today, would you have changed your strategy from the beginning, or would you have done everything the same way starting off?
Yes, of course. When I had a business, one of the important things is to have plan. You have to prepare. Like if the challenges come, how we turn around and still keep moving forward. So the important things, my advice is it's better to have a little bit of plan or prepare a little bit. Because if you face any challenges, but you already have plan in place, that if these challenges come, so I'll do this one or go that way.
So would you advise businesses to approach people like Chris or yourself or business coaches to create these plans, or can they do it themselves? What do you advise?
Thank you very much, Sonia. My advice is don't worry about if you are existing business or if you want to create a business. So one of the English thought we say, two heads is better than one. I recommend that it's better. It's better to approach maybe Joel David or Chris Elfie, Breadfruit consultant. So they can guide you or provide you a little bit of advice. And there is opportunity. If they provide you the advice or some help, and then you can do it. You will do it.
Now, you heard before, the two coaches were talking about creating opportunities, right? Can you tell us more about what kind of opportunities you see for your industry, for the security business, and for coaching as well?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, for the security industry, I think our plan is that as soon as the border will open, we see already that many the first people will travel to Vanuatu will be those who have property in Vanuatu or those who have family in Vanuatu, or maybe some of them they travel just to visit back home, and then the lockdown happened and they still currently there, so they will come. Another people to travel, maybe the seasonal workers, they will come. So our plan in security company is that we plan to expand the service. Not only that on site, but we will expand to be to make many patrols, random patrols around the property. Yeah. And we will have good discussion with them. We know that everyone is facing a financial crisis, so we'll have a special discussion with them to give them a better price, and we will look after the property. So this is with the security company. We might expand some services that related to security. But for business training and coaching, our plan is to expand this also. For example, I said previously that it's better that we extend this service to some of the institutions school here in Vanuatu. For example, VIT, Role Training Center. Maybe we extend that so that when students come out from this institution, he or she will be very confident, and the employer will be very happy that I had this. I will no longer train him or her to become more better. She's now better. Because previously we had some of this kind of person coming out from the school, but they had only a hard skill, not a soft skill. So that's why we want to provide this service. Yeah. So call upon those schools, if they need us, please do not hesitate to come. Yes, we will help. And this time we say work together. This is how we work together. We want to build. I am very instead of the staff, because this is a common complaint of people that many skillful staff will be leaving. Now we will recreate some skillful staff. There is enough people in Vanuatu.
Of course. Well, actually, we are running out of time, but could you please just tell us where you are, your office really, how can people reach you? Yes, tell to the audience.
Oh, thank you very much. I am in Povira, and my office is at Olden, but you can call me on 711-3587, yeah, or leave me message so I can answer. Or I am in town, sometime available in Villa or Chamber of Commerce. We are still there, so Vanuatu community is very small, so you can find me everywhere in town. So.
Now, is that both for your coaching and for the security?
Coaching and security. Or you can call me also on 7746-537.
Perfect. Perfect. So is there anything else you want to leave with the audience?
Oh, thank you very much, Sonia. But thank you for this chance. I want to encourage Nivanatu that we must look positively. In this reopening of the borders, I think we must have some plan in place. We must prepare. One of the things to prepare is the employee, as I previously mentioned. But to prepare, to have plan, we always say work together. Work together for me, I mean search and find where to get help, where to get advice. So in this way we prepare. So we work together. In this time we say work together. But if you are sitting there waiting and no one will come to help. So my advice is that please don't be afraid, but progress in business or create new business. If I do, you can do so. There is no problem at all. But thank you very much for this time. Very appreciate.
Thank you. You're very inspiring.
Thank you.
And I'm sure the audience can see that too.
Very good. And hope to catch up with you next time.
Yes, if we could have you on another time, hopefully you can join.
Very good. Thank you too much.
Thank you, everyone watching. So this is the end of the interview with Next Limited. Joel here, we'd like to thank him too on behalf of all of the staff here at Next and from the two coaches we had before. We hope to see you next week and please come watch. Thank you. Okay.